What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ashley here, coming to you guys with another video for on YouTube. So today, guys, I want to make a short little video on what I did for Stage 7 on Vi-7, called the Sonic Chord. Sorry. Um, on this stage, you are faced with different mobs like possessed soldiers, the warriors, the shredders, the defense crushers, trainees, guerrilla heralds, guerrilla fighters, and 5 different bosses. Both story and non-story bosses from the main series of Arknights. And the bosses that are in this stage are Faust, Patriot, the Big Ugly Thing, the Corrupted Knight, and the Withered Knight. So, in my last video, I said I'll be coming up with a way to literally deal with this, and it feels kind of boring to literally use an all 6-star team to literally fight all this and then try to beat Patriot at the very end. So my friend was like, I'll be very impressed if you clear this with only 1 6-star. So it took a while. Heck, it even took me all night of recording this video of February 19, 2022, but I did it. A couple of shout outs and give credit to where give credit is due. I would like to thank Jami, who literally helped me stay up for these runs, to literally give me his recommendations. I would also like to thank Mika as well for also a couple of different recommendations as well. I didn't really look at any videos. I just saw people attempt and not really look at any guides or anything like that. I pretty much just went off of my own head and literally thought it would be a good idea. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So, and these 2 runs are going to be different, but not too much difference in what I did. And this is going to be a little bit of unorthodox. So, in the normal mode of Stage 7, this is my team. My team consists of Myrtle, Elysium, Telopsis, Warfriend, Project Red, Gravel, Neuro, Beeswax, Spectre, Amia, and Calcit. Now, in the 6-star form, in the regular one, I use Surtur instead of Calcit, so that I can literally deal out a bunch of damage to literally knock out not only the Big Ugly Thing, but the Withered and the Withered Knight and pretty much the Bow Guy and the Hammer Guy, along with deal out incredible amounts of damage to Patriot. I not too long ago finished the challenge mode. I had to change up the team a bit, but the strat is still the same. And I pretty much replaced Surtur for Calcit, and these are pretty much the units that I use. Now, another big shout out, and when I'm doing these runs, that in normal mode, I did not use a support unit. In challenge mode, I had to use a support unit because I needed to stall with Gravel and Project Red, and I didn't really have anyone that I can take the spot to, so I end up bringing a Twitch streamer's unit, Broca. Now this Broca is kind of a beefy one. It is M3, Skill 2, Pot 2. So this is pretty much what I used. Now I don't mind doing the whole run over again. So I'll show off the challenge mode and the normal mode on telling you guys what I did from start to finish. But this is if you want to do this with with only one 6-star. But like I said, I use no guides. I only got assistance on what units I should bring and stuff like that. Also, on another side note, I did use Lapland. Now my Lapland is Pod 6, E2 69 as well, and 3 on the second skill. So I really didn't need to bring anybody there. So we'll show off the challenge mode off first. I know it's a little backwards, but we'll show off challenge mode and I'll show you guys what I did. Then we'll do the normal mode where you have a little bit more of a flexing room. So we're just gonna do a practice one here, since I've already done this before. So I start off with Myrtle and Elysium. Now, if you have to ask, my Myrtle is M3 on the skill 1, of course, and Elysium is skill 7. Now, the first thing I did is put out Broca here. Next, I have my Telopsis facing upward. Now I'm using Mia. She's E2 60, skill 7. Now I'm using my Spectre. My Spectre is E2 M3 on her skill 2. Now we're just going to pretty much just break these down. I'm going to be activating Broca's skill here. Oops. Now Beeswax at E2 should be able to tank the hit. Now my Beeswax is E220, skill 7. I'm going to activate Beeswax skill here, summoning Obelisk. No, not Obelisk the Tormentor, if anybody was thinking that reference. Kudos if you thought of that reference, but... Now, unfortunately, I have to block here. That's fine. Summon the Obelisk. Takes the hit. Now at this point, you're going to go ahead and pop a Mia skill 3, Spectre skill 2. Now after Foss dies, you have a little bit more breathing room. So what I did was I called back my Mia so that she can take to the field again. You're not going to really use her here. This is where the 6-star that I'm going to be using here, which will be Calcid, to be placed on this tile so that I can block using Monster. And of course, I also have Beeswax right here. Now, in truth, I'm going to take out Beeswax and place her up here. Now, as far as up top goes, my healer up here would be Neural. We're going to place Monster here because this is where where the big ugly thing comes in. We're gonna pop. Now, the rest of the units that you see here on the roster right now, they either have 1 point of skill, 1 point of skill point in them, or not. So Myrtle is M3. Neural is E2 60, E2 60 or 69, 1 or 2. Should be, yeah, 69. And this is a bar broker from Philly Sky, E2 7. My Calcid is E2 69, M3. Third skill. So we have Calcid later use Monster, so Monster can attack the big ugly thing, and then we're gonna call back Monster. Alright, Beeswax is back up and running. We're going to place her on this tile here. Now we're going to call back Elysium. Now, this is where I got tilted a lot here. Now, the Corrupted Knight and the Hollow Knight, the Hammer guy, along with the Bow guy, this is literally where things get a little... You have to slow down the pace of the game a bit here. Now, here's what I did. I activated my Scout skill for Monster on the M3 early, so that when the Hammer guy comes out, he'll take some form of damage. He should be around half HP, which you're about to see here. So, and you don't need to really deploy anybody down here until after these guys die. But if you want to to be honest, you shouldn't be deploying anybody else unless it's fast redeploys, because you want to prepare for Patriot. He took me a lot of retries. Now again, this is the challenge mode. I'm showing you guys what I did. So we're gonna pop Monster here early. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm gonna surprise. What I'm gonna do here is try to hold the guy here as long as I can. Alright, that's fine. A little bit below half HP, that's fine. Now, I put beeswax up here for a reason. Now, not a lot of people use beeswax. Beeswax is a unit that summons an obelisk, and they not only stun the enemy, deals damage, but also make sure that they have to block. They also have to go to it, and it's a block of 3. So all these guys are dying. This is good. This is good. Wait for it. Wait for it. Alright, activate Broca. Now, your Kaos will be fine. If you wonder if beeswax get hit, she is going to be fine. The only person that's taking this hit is the obelisk itself. We're going to pop monster. And if you guys need to, make sure you use your fast redeploys to try to stall out as much as you can. But both of these guys should be going down. So I don't think I need a fast redeploy here. He's going to die really quick. And Monster's going to take care of the last one. Like right now. Alright, so I'm calling back Calcid right now. So you need as much time as you can. The next mod that's coming out with the boss is Patriot. Now, like I said before, and I'll say it again, he is pretty much a tanky big boy. So here, since we have 3 spots left, what I did is I used Paraminix, Amia, Skill 2, Warframe. I have my Paraminix facing right, Amia facing left, and my Warframe facing down. Activate Myrtle again. Alright. Now, your job here is to stall as much as you can. Stall as much as you can. Calcid should be coming back soon. And you need to take out Patriot. Now, when I did this, when I got the clear, I'll admit it right here, right now, that I unfortunately did not have enough damage to kill him phase 1 down here. I can admit that right now, that I did not unfortunately have enough damage to kill that phase 1. He had probably about a sliver of HP left. And right now I'm working on M3 Warframe Skill 2. So this is Skill 7 on both the Mia and Warframe. And if you have a buffed up for Mia and or a buff up Warframe, you can do this try easy. And my Paraminix is also still 7 as well. So if my Amia had, or rather my Warframe had was M3 or M2, Patriot would literally lose his first phase. So like I said, you want to stall as much as possible. Even if it's for a second, you need to stall as much as you can. Keep in mind, Patriot cannot be stunned second phase. Now up top is fine right now. We don't need to activate any shenanigans. We don't need to do any of that shit. Alright, here he comes. Now, I might have to do a couple of retries on this, but this is basically what I did. I burned him down because of the true damage. Now he's going to come and range up Arknights. Mia's going to activate her skill, so the order from which will make the most sense is Warfriend, Mia, Spectre, and then try to block as much as possible with Arknights under protection of Arknights. Pop, 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 pop. Alright, that's fine that she died. Alright, so now Patriot is now down. Your Mia is now forced to retreat. So what's gonna happen now is that of course the stage is gonna continue to go through. Like, now I actually got the timing correctly this time around. So this is where he is supposed to go down. And so right now he's going to make his little lap around. He's going to come up. And Warfriend is unfortunately going to die. But the furthest unit that's going to come through along the way is going to be Beeswax. That's what I believe who's going to die first. So we can go ahead and place Calcid here to take the hits. And we need that to happen. So just gonna go ahead and just make the trip real quick and just get it over with and done with. Now, what's gonna happen again? These guys are gonna come through, blah 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 blah. So these guys ain't really much of a problem. It's just Patrick at this point. Like, yeah, he's gonna come up and he's gonna do his shit. So that's the most furthest away unit. Now, like I said, Warfriend's gonna die, so. Now, I'm a little late to this, unfortunately, but Unfortunately, parameters died. And that's pretty much how I beat Patriot. Now, a little thing to say, I know I was a little off on my timing there with a little things at the bottom, but Spectre M3 literally just shreds everything. But yeah, that's pretty much in a nutshell what I did to beat Patriot on challenge mode. Now, for regular mode, like I said, this is gonna be without the use of broker here. You can in fact use broker here. It's no problem. It's the same strat. This mode is actually going to be a lot easier than using, than with the whole thing, the whole shish kebab here. So here you can literally just bullshit your way around because you don't have that big restriction on how much time left your units come back. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. But that was indeed challenge mode. Now we're going to do the regular one. Now, for this strat, again, you don't necessarily have to use broker here. I had Lapland here. Like I said, you can bullshit your way around this. Take the shot. We put Surtur here.
言われなくてもわかる。これかもな。私に指図するな。
指図するところ。分かったよ。指図さっさと終わらせるぞ。
まだ足元が。みんなこっち来て。行くよ。言われなくても分かってる。これかもな。私はあなたに限る。私に指図するな。わかりました。
Now you have to be a little bit careful here because, well, now I think I might have messed up here. I'm probably gonna have to redo this run over. Yeah, I definitely messed up here. Whatever, we'll just go ahead and fix it with Surtur. Since they all come back anyway. But stall a bit here. back Spectre.
本気で行くよ。
援護する。
He's in a con walking up this way.
心配無用です。
アースユニット起動します。
指図さっさと終わらせるぞ。
行くよ。言われなくても死ね。救急キット使え。私を呼び起こしてくださったのはあなたで逃しませんよ。
Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
そんな悲劇を生むだけの場所だ。
Like, it's like normal mode is way easier than dealing with challenge mode. Like, you literally just saw I would just recover back, and it was literally on the spot to fly. So that was normal mode and challenge mode of going versus both normal and challenge mode stage 7. I hope there's something new one that was actually trying to do this in the last remaining days of the event. So if anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to ask me any questions in the comments down below the stream. Like, some people were actually generally impressed of me clearing with just with only one 6-star unit.
ごきげんよう、ドクター。
But that's that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate each and every last one of you guys that came through and came out. Oh, look at that.
ねえドクター、スケート行こうよ。私がついてるから怖くないよ。
Mastery 1. And keep in mind, I wasn't lying when I literally said that I did this with only a skill 7 Warframe. Like, this is literally just something for me to do. I gotta go ahead and get some coats and coolers. But alright guys, thank you guys so much for the stream. Thank you guys so much for coming through for my YouTube stream. This is a very cool and very dedicated process that I had to work so hard to literally think of every type of way to literally make sure that this guy stayed alive. And it was great. I enjoyed it. So if anybody found this helpful, please again don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good jazz, and and stuff like that. And tell me what you guys thought of what you guys did for your video, for your stage 7. So thank you guys again for coming through, and I'll talk to you later. This is Upsleep 94 signing out. Peace.